Hello everybody, Polis here today. Today we are going to talk about the pizzeria and what are the years both of the games are set in. Now, I didn't actually thought about this myself, but actually two people had interesting theories about the pizzeria and about the second game. Now, I will leave a video in the description. The name should pop up here somewhere. The YouTuber who said about the two people who said about the theory. Now I think there'll be some changes, but yet again, and don't forget to check out my other video with the marionette and Golden Freddy. So first things first, let's start. Now the interesting thing is the pizzeria looks new, but there's the strange things. First, phone guy. He's alive, but he doesn't sound like he used to be. So, he looks like sounded like he owned the business. And obviously, maybe he did. And another interesting thing was, when you win the game, get your certificate, check. The money's actually down to 100. Remember in the first game, you got more than that. And if you look carefully in the date, 1987. The bite of 87. So ignore what the description says in green light. It's set in 1987, so the bite. But the question is, how did they... Well, I guess if you do listen to the phone guy very carefully, it's a new pizzeria. And the old one was Papa Bear's something pizzeria or something like that. So, are we in the actual Freddy Fazbear's pizzeria? Or is this a different type of pizzeria with a new name, and the other pizzeria, the old one, the original Freddy Fazbear pizzeria, is the same? Now that's actually making you think. It does not look the same as the first one. The second one's bigger, but it's set in 1987. The animatronics look old and discarded. But the weirdest thing is the flashback scenes. So what do those flashback scenes mean? Do they mean something? Obviously, yes, they have to mean something. Right? Because think about it. Now, overall, I think that's about 4 or 5 of these, memory dreams. The first one, it's all normal, like how the characters are. The second one, you notice Bunny, Chica looking at you. The third one, you see Bunny, Chica fully looking at you with no eyes, and you see Golden Freddy. Then the fourth one, you see the marionette looking at you, following you with his glowing eyes. Which, yet again, obviously there must be an exoskeleton in there. So, that's actually quite interesting. If the pizzeria, this can't be a direct sequel to the first one. It must be a prequel, basically going to the year of 1987. The bite. So, was it a guard? Because we play a different security guard, but some odd reason that Mike's moved to day shift. This is actually very confusing now. I think Scott has pretty much done himself well. This is actually pretty hard to explain. We know very carefully. But I do want to keep it short and simple. But this video... Anyway, this is what I'm going to say. I think the second game is a prequel to the first one. The first one's obviously going to set in probably the first year of 2000, probably the 21st century to start. Or maybe in the 90s. So it must somewhere between the 90s and the 21st, start of the 21st century. While the prequel one is set in whenever it started till 1987. But the question is, how did the pizzeria then mindfuck, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to end it here. I'm pretty much confused as enough. I will do a part 2 to go more information. But if you have your own theories about it, please comment and share and like. Goodbye.